Hello, and welcome to the stream. It's me, Where to Go, and I'm here finally. Something's weird with the camera. I don't know. There I am. Yay, Wordy is on time. I am shocked, says Evil Inkpin. So am I. I was trying to do better. I've been trying to do better. So many things are kind of hectic. But I'm trying to do better. Okay, so let's get the music started. Okay. I don't know if that's too loud. Please let me know if it's too loud. Or if you can hear it at all. I don't know. Doesn't look like you can hear it at all. Goodness. I thought that I fixed this. Alright, can you guys hear now? Hopefully. By the way, welcome to the stream, Evil Inkpin. Captain Inkpin, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. How are you guys today? I am going to do a little bit of writing, and I am going to be working on some secret things. And while I'm doing that, we can chat about stuff. Satrium is here as well. Hello. Welcome to the stream, Satrium. Thanks so much for joining. All right, let's see. I'm trying to get these things sorted out. Too many windows. Okay. 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 Sorry, thank you for your patience. What is Wordy doing? It's CTZ redeemed randomness. Sorry, thank you so much for redeeming randomness. Let me do something very random. The randomness I will do is talk about this. There is a new golden egg redeem, and if you would like me to open the golden egg, you have to redeem I don't even know what it's called. What is it called? Egg? Golden egg. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay, it's called golden egg, and if you would like me to open the golden egg, then that's what you have to redeem. So that's something random. I also have new pretzel redeem, where you can get me to eat a pretzel instead of eating something sweet, like a marshmallow. But you can still get me to eat a marshmallow if you like me to. Roasty toasty. Captain Inkpin asks, what is Wordy doing? What is Wordy planning? Yes, I am planning something. I am planning something very interesting top secret information. So that's what we're gonna do, basically. Sorry, I was checking some stuff, but we are going to do some we're gonna do a lot of sprinting, maybe. Let's see.
Hey! Yoo-hoo! Look at me!
Oh my goodness, that was so loud. Wait. Something's wrong with this. Let me turn my volume down. Goodness. Josiah Source is here, by the way. Thank you so much. Josiah Source, welcome to the stream. If anybody else heard that too loud, please let me know. Hopefully it's calmed down a bit now. Alright, let's see. Captain Inkman says, I'm saving up points. Great. 120 points. I need more points. Ah, that's because you've been stalling with your points. More power. Yes. Christ Rider's here as well. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yes, more stalling, of course. Satrium says, I should start using my points for stuff. They are slowly piling up. I'm sure you have a lot of them, Satrium. A lot of the watchers that I have so many points, and I'm like, you guys never purchase anything from the shop, but you guys watch my streams all the time. You guys have been watching my streams for a long time, and like, I'm sure that those points are adding up. So I don't know. Yes, hi Josiah Source, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. Classic Someone, yes, that by the way is Secret Agent Someone, my main character that you heard basically being way too loud. Well, hopefully the audio has cleared up a bit now. He is voiced indeed by the wonderful John McNally, who is a great voice actor, and I appreciate him bringing my character to life basically with his voice. I'm going to see what I can do. We have to do a sprint or something. Let me get this. I'm trying to consolidate these. Consolidate? I'm trying to eliminate as many of these tabs as I need. As I don't need. I don't need all these tabs. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying the right thing here. Okay, let's put this here. There. Okay. Now, we're good. We are gonna do the random wheel. Hopefully, this works. Ah, goodness. Okay, there goes the sprintometer. There we go. Okay. I'm still evil and using my laptop Discord. Interesting. Nice. I use my laptop Discord a lot. Christrider says, I haven't gone to bed yet. Bad storms. Oh no. I hope you get some rest. I don't know what time it is for you, Christrider, but for me it's 5:22 a.m. Are you on the East Coast? Like, is it 2 a.m. for you or something? Captain says, this is my first Twitch account ever created. Oh, interesting. So you had to go back to your old Twitch account that you had. Satrium says 5:20 a.m. That's like the middle of the night. Exactly, basically. Yep, that's what I do so that I can be streaming at time zones for you guys to be able to see me. Christrider says, I did pack and did some cleaning, leaving for Easter on Wednesday. Well, Bon voyage, and I do pray you have a blessed trip, Christ Rider. Yes. Alright, we're gonna sprint. And I have divided the sprint rules now, so no more shorty sprints. 28 minutes on the clock. Okay, Christ Rider, you're just in Central Time, it seems. Right behind me. So nice. At least it's not too middle of the night. But still, if you haven't gotten any rest, you need to get some rest. Oh, never mind. Joe Source has redeemed randomness. Anyways, random wheel. So I'm gonna have to spin this one. 424 for me as well. Yes, so Christ Rider and Evening Pin are in the same time zone, it seems. Satrium says, to be honest, is more likely to find me still awake at 5 a.m. than already awake. Play words on stream? Okay. Well, we can play some words on stream. Then once we lose, that's it. But after we play words on stream, we will do the sprint. Okay? Okay. All right. We're gonna do the copy link so that you guys can play along. If it's lagging for you in the chat, I apologize if it is. Okay, we're gonna pin that message. Oh, I pinned it with the wrong pin. Sorry, there we go. All right, so we are going to go ahead and start the game. If you don't know what Words on Stream is, it's basically a fun game where you have to try to look and see what kind of words are on the screen. You have to unscramble the letters, find as many words as you can, and then, you know, once you are, I don't know why it's not playing music, but it should start playing music. Kelly is here as well. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. We're about to play Words on Stream for a moment, then we're going to go into a 28-minute sprint. All right, let's go. Here we are. There's the music. Okay, so if you see this on the screen, you have to find anagrams or scrambled words within this. They will keep switching around. But to enter the words, just put them in the chat and they will automatically count. I see one that Evil Inkpin will like. Cars. What other words do you see in this? I don't know, I can't think, but scar, that's a nice one. Roar, great. All the words I have actually like have ends and stuff in them. I think we're gonna lose on the first round. Yes, air would be a good one, but these words have to be at least 4. We do need more big words. We are not here. We have lost. I don't know. It's probably because it's 5 a.m. for me. Unfortunately, you just cannot know what the words are going to be. After you lose, that's it. But since that didn't work, we're going to go ahead and try one more time, okay? Hopefully we'll do better this time. Well, I see one. Yes, we lost. We did. Oh, nice. Got it. Okay. Good one. Samar said fairy, and then said that was supposed to say fairy attack. What are you doing? Oh no. Well, welcome to the stream, Samar. Thank you so much for joining. Well, at least we've won. Ah, I think I have one. No? There's only one eye. Never mind. Ah, nice one. Kelly says, did you get any sleep, wordy girl? A bit. At least we won that round, okay? Time for the second round. We skipped 2 levels, actually, so we did pretty good. All right. Ready? Whoa, this is a lot. What? Good one. Captain says my brain crashed looking at that. Yeah, this is like, what? What? Okay. Horrible. I've got one, I think. Ah, nice. Samar vapor is good. Alright, we've lost this one. Yep, you're right, Captain. Unfortunately. But that was a very challenging round. Alright. Well, that's enough for today. Wait, let's not leave before we see the score. I keep getting chastised for that. Well, Samar in this level won first place, Atrium with 7 points. Nice. In the overall rounds, Atrium got 26, Samar got 10, and Kelly got 8. So great job, everybody. I appreciate you guys playing along. Now, it's time for a sprint. Words are hard, but guess what? We're going to try to do some more words, but different kinds of words this time. Word sprint. And if you don't want to do a word sprint, it's fine. You don't have to do a word sprint if you don't want to. Wow, that's good. But what we're just going to do is... What is words? Says Iron. Hello, hello, hello. Iron, and welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah. We are going to... Wait, let's see. Did that work? Okay, it does. It just switched the screen. Okay, there we go. Say Dreams does, I think it's something to eat. Words are something to eat, maybe. Try Gartic Phone on stream. Sometimes we do play that, Kelly. Yes. We played words on stream because Josiah Source redeemed Spin on the Random Wheel, and the Random Wheel told us to play words on stream. If you like me to play Gartic on stream, there is also a redeem for that, I believe. It is the play a game one, and it costs 600 points. I don't know who has 600 points, but if you would like me to play a game, we might play one after the sprint, maybe. All right, so if you would like to join, Handsome, please be here. Yay! Handsome is here! Thank you so much. If you'd like to join the server, feel free to. If you would not like to, that's fine. Or if you're already there and you're like, I don't want to go over there right now, it's okay. You can just sprint from the comfort of your Twitch chat because we have the clock right here. I am going to start in the server the sprint for 28 minutes. And once it begins, I will go ahead and press play on the clock there. Before Kelly has redeemed pretzel. Alrighty, I'm gonna eat a pretzel. Teardream says, I should be awake right now, but I think my brain is still sleeping. Samar says, I shouldn't be awake. Don't expect help from me. That's okay, Samar. I appreciate you being here, but if you need to go to sleep, please go to sleep. It's important to go to sleep. You need to get some rest. And I know that Samar is in a time zone that is... Are you 3 hours away from me now? I don't know, because the daylight savings, you didn't change, I changed. Also, Captain Ink has redeemed Pretzel. Also, Captain Ink has redeemed Roasty Toasty. So, we're going to do that right after the sprint starts. I am going to join with the... I don't know, some words. Europe changes DST next weekend. Yes, I know. You change right on Easter, I believe. And we changed on... All right, the sprint has begun. If you would like to join, please do. 28 minutes on the clock. Yes, okay. We changed our clocks on March 10th, and you guys are going to change your clocks next week. It is 3 a.m. for you. I thought so. Okay, that's... Yeah, I mean, I'm a hypocrite for saying go get some sleep, because I don't usually get sleep. But I really want you to be able to get sleep. You didn't get your meds, oh no! I hope you get them. Alright, so we have the pretzels. I am going to eat two. Captain Inkpin says, what is Europe? There we go. 2 pretzels. One for Kelly, one for Captain. Thank you so much for redeeming pretzel. I don't want it to be Frenching too much into the microphone. Samara says, won't the daylight savings time change confuse the Easter Bunny? Oh no. Callie quotes, coffee quills, food, water, meds, and sleep if you need it. Now, cheeseburger award, what? Price Rider says, okay, hypocrite, I should get some sleep too, but I don't really feel all that tired. Water Earth Evil Inkpen. I love water Evil Inkpen, and I'm still going to drink water. In fact, I need to drink some water now that I ate that pretzel. There we go. Alright. I'm drinking water. Okay. Time for a roasty toasty now. And guess what we have? We have these special egg swirler marshmallows. Which are for Easter. They're strawberry, lime, orange, and lemon egg-shaped marshmallows that are different colors. They also have swirly designs like Easter eggs. Kelly says, I need to drink some water as well. I've had milk. Yes, water's good though. I personally don't like to drink milk, but do I have a Wendy's near me? I actually kinda do. Why? I don't understand the question. There's the egg! And we are going to roast the egg. Water's good and repeats and repels me, I assume you mean? Why are you repelled by water? It's not good. It's an egg! Alright, a very roasted and toasted egg. Which sounds very weird because eggs can't really roast and toast like this. But it's a marshmallow egg, so here we go. Do I have a McDonald's near me? Not too far, but we used to have a McDonald's very close, but it closed down. Hard-boiled ones can. Oh yes, they can. Interesting. This one is supposed to be strawberry. Orange Dreamsicle Frosty? I don't know if we have that one at ours. I know that some Wendy's, like across the country, will start bringing something out for the other Wendy's. I don't think we have that one. I think we got a strawberry Frosty. I don't think we got a Dreamsicle Frosty. I can check into it and see, but I don't think I've seen that one. Also, a lot of the Wendy's that we go to, they say their Frosty machine doesn't work. A monthly thing? Yeah, only for a limited time. Mm-hmm. I just don't think that Wendy's in Detroit have that yet. They might get it, but I don't think they have it yet. I'm gonna search it. All right. Wendy's debuts Orange Dreamsicle Frosty. Does Wendy's have an Orange Sickle Frosty? Ah, it says nationwide starting Tuesday. And that was 6 days ago. So that was last week. So maybe they do have one now. I just haven't gone. Alright, so it's probably there. I just haven't gone. Tamar says, my brain has passed hyper slamming into so tired I can't sleep. So I am too awake and too asleep at once. Aww. Well, sending hugs, Tamar. Please do just chill out and get some rest if you can. Callie is in the ads. I will wait for Callie to return. But I need to start writing. I should just log off and pretend to sleep. Well, just do get some rest, Samar. Thank you so much for joining. If you need to leave and get some rest, please do. Sending all the prayers, love, and hugs your way. God bless and much success with whatever you're working on. And I do pray you get some good rest. Kelly is back. Yes. Okay, so you're back. Now, Kelly, I did look it up, and it said that it began nationwide on Tuesday, which was last week, which means we should have it over here, I guess. I just haven't gone to Wendy's in a while. So, Tamara says, it won't work without my meds, but I can at least rest. Yeah. Sorry to hear you don't have your meds, but yes, at least resting should be good. Okay. You can refill your meds tomorrow. That's good. I'm glad, because you do need them. Oh, today. Well, technically, yes, because it's 3 a.m. for you. Monday, yes. Today is Monday for me. Some of you Australian folks, I think you're at the end of your Monday. It's about to be Tuesday. Yep. It's like 8 p.m. Almost 9 p.m. over there. Sunday's pharmacy's closed, of course. And it was also Good Friday. Not Good Friday. Why did I say Good Friday? I meant Palm Sunday. So even if it was a pharmacy was open on Sunday, it probably wouldn't have been open on that Sunday. Yep. Palm Sunday. I need to moisturize my hands. Josiah Source has redeemed a funny fortune. Okay. After I moisturize my hands, I will do that. Angel said hi. Oh, hello. Hello. Hi, Angel. Help, Angel. Help Samar get some rest, please, by being a good little kitty. Thank you. All right. Let's do the funny fortune for Joe. And I have not done any sprinting yet, but it's fine because I need to moisturize my hands. I got a nose pop. Boop. Nose boop. Okay. Okay. I have a lot of stuff that I need to work on, and I do not know what I'm going to do. Satrium says, I've got a short week because of Easter or Good Friday, to be more specific. Yep. Great job on that. Samar says, she touched her nose to you on the screen. Yep, I know. A little boop. like that. We'll see. A funny fortune for Joe. Uh-oh, I think somebody's calling me. Hello? Oh, hi, it's Kelly. Oh, hey, how are you? Yes. I looked it up and I see that the creamsicle frosty should be available in my town. So I will make sure to try it out, maybe if I can, because I know it's available for a limited time. And then I will let you know how it tastes if I do happen to taste it. How do you like it? Well, okay. Thanks, Kelly. All right, bye. Okay, it's time for a funny fortune for Joe. Uh-oh. Josiasaurus, one day you might find cryptic tracks. Cryptid tracks. If you don't know what cryptid tracks are, basically, cryptid is a mythological creature or a cryptic creature that may or may not exist because it's so very... Oh, yes, you know. Yes. I know Josiasaurus knows, but if anybody in the chat doesn't know what a cryptid is, it's things like Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot, as they say. You could also maybe even say a unicorn is a cryptid because some people say they've seen unicorns and some people think unicorns are myths. So, I know Josiasaurus would like to see dinosaur tracks. Dinosaurs aren't quite cryptids, but they are thought to be extinct. So, maybe those count? I don't know. Samar agrees, putting the dinosaur emoji in the chat. Alrighty. Thank you so much to Josiasaurus for redeeming a funny fortune. Alrighty. Why is this like this? I'll get that out of there. And let's bring the clock back up. We only have 14 minutes left in the sprint. I don't even know how much I can do, but we're going to try to do something. Kelly says he could find alligator tracks. Yeah. Well, alligators are animals that are known to exist, and everybody would, well, if you find an alligator track in like a place where alligators don't live, that will be weird. But an alligator is not, unfortunately, not considered a cryptid because it's a known animal and people know that it exists. They are like the dinos. Yes, that's true. So if you find alligator tracks, you just might think they're dinosaur tracks, but they might not be dinosaur tracks. They might be alligator tracks. Birds are dinos, says Samar. Yes. There is a common theory in the scientific world that birds descended from dinosaurs, and dinosaurs descended from ancient bird relatives. So, dragons are considered, says Joe. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, because a lot of people don't necessarily think that dragons existed. So you could maybe consider that a cryptid? Samara says dino chicken nuggets are actual dino nuggets. Yeah, I've heard that one before as well. Alright, it's time for some keyboard ASMR. Says, where do you know about the owlet? Oh yes, I did. I'm sorry. I saw it in the server. I was not able to respond, but I do know about it. I am sorry about that. That is quite sad. I didn't know there was anything wrong with it. I hadn't been keeping up. But Sending first love and hugs to the owls, the families, and all the people who watch these streams. Yep, I'll reply in the Discord as well. I did see that. I just couldn't respond yet. Unfortunately, so busy. Ah, it got caught in the horse fence. That's sad. Yeah. Okay. I want to do keyboard ASMR and I just don't know. Okay, I feel like I am not this. Uh-oh. Closed the wrong one. Butterfly flutter. And confetti at once. Freak accident, weird tiny overlap area, yeah.
No need, no need. I can deal with this. I can, don't you worry.
Joe asks, okay, no. They said that it was too badly hurt, so they had to put it down. Unfortunately, that's what they were talking about in my server.
In your own time.
The artist known as Im. Sorry. I wanted to say Ash, but it's like known as Im. Sorry. The artist known as Im says doing a detective story, not quite spy, but close enough. Any tips? Well, I wonder, what is the story about? What kind of detective story is this? This is very intriguing. I love mysteries and detective stories. Is there a particular, are you just outlining it, or do you have more of the story already? And what kind of tips do you want? Do you want tips about like plot, characters? Do you want just general tips? I'm just intrigued. Feel free to share more. By the way, 7 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. General tips. Okay. Well, it's very challenging to give general tips, but I think that you're plotting right now. Okay. So if you're just plotting right now, I think that a good tip would be think about, okay, whose perspective are you going to be looking at? Is this going to be in the eyes of the detective themselves? Is this going to be in the eyes of the victim? I don't know. Is it like a murder mystery? It may not be a murder mystery, but there are different perspectives. Samar says, I have crossed an...
Obligatory associate.
Oh, thank you so much, Havenside, for following the channel. I appreciate you. Samar says, I have crossed into an indescribable sleep deprivation threshold. I think that's what it says, even though the sleep deprivation is apparent by the spelling of those words. But that's fine, Samar. You said you were supposed to go to sleep anyway. Please go to sleep. Please do. Sending love and hugs. Uh-oh. Okay. Much love to you. Please do get rest. And hopefully in the morning you can get your meds refilled. Okay. Yes, so if you're plotting, the writer known as M, the artist known as M, sorry. My tips are, 1, think of who this is going to be, whose perspective this is going to be from. You've said it. It's a duo. One, a young teen and an older man who saved him from a bombing. Together, they join forces to take down a terror organization. That seems very interesting. Now, when you say duo, are you saying there's a dual POV? As in, like, one chapter shows from the young teen's point of view, one chapter shows from the old man's point of view? Or are you trying... Yeah? Okay. Alright, so doing that is a bit of a challenge. I would ask myself, do we need to show these 2 points of view? Or can we get away with just showing one point of view for more simplicity and for, less confusion, less abrupt change for the reader? But if you do the dual POV, that's fine. I've seen that done before. That is doable, of course. It's just that sometimes when you're just like skipping into everybody's POV, unless there's very meaningful information being conveyed, it's like some people are like, why did you even show us that? So I really would want to also ask yourself, flesh out these characters. Do you have their personality? Do you have their voice? Can we tell that this POV is from the detective and this POV is from the kid? Or are their voices so similar and their thought process so similar that it just feels like it's the same person, and it's like, why are we switching around? So when you're thinking of doing something like that, I guess the tips would be to hone their voice, hone their personality, hone what makes them them. You don't have to necessarily make it where one talks a certain way, where you spell out words like they're pronouncing it. Like, that's not what I mean by voice. But there has to be a way that they think, a method that they think. Like, we can tell if the kid is less observant of little details and more thinking about the big picture, we will see that come across in the kid's point of view. If the detective is more paying attention to very close details, when it's told in his point of view, he will like mention things like her hair had brown at the tips, her eyes were green and pale, or whatever. And then the teen might not describe all that because the teen didn't pay attention to that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there has to be a difference. If you're making a dual POV, I feel like there has to be a difference between these POVs, or it's not going to make sense why you're switching around. As Haventide says, I'm doing a dual POV book. It's not too bad as long as you're consistent and make it clear whose POV each chapter is from exactly. Like, I mean, I'm sure if you read one or two sentences, you're like, wait, who is this again? But it needs to be somewhere in there. Something happens in the chapter that you're like, oh, okay, I know whose POV this is. Samar says, hard thing to do. Bit for roundedness. Don't forget to ask why about bad guys. I think this was what you mean. Okay. I know Samar's sleepy. Samar's trying to type. Please do get some rest, Samar. I appreciate the input, though. Tanuk Toad DC says, I love words and writing too. Excited to learn from you and your streams. Oh, thank you so much, first time chatter. I appreciate you stopping by. Artist says they are very different. The older man is quite dim-witted and is good at combat, but the kid is brilliant, artsy kind of person. Nice. I like how they have their dynamics. Y3. Fact exists. Why is that reason the case? Why is that 3 times? Alrighty. The sprint is over. Did I do words? No. It's okay. We talked about stuff. Havenstide says, I write in third person, limited, and always make a point to mention the name of the character whose POV it is in the first sentence to make it clear, especially because mine gets a bit complicated with POVs later on. Interesting. Of course, it'll be different writing in first person. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Artist, is it in first person? Because I assumed it was in first person, but that's not necessarily true, as Haventide says, which I've done different stories from different persons' points of view when told in the third person. So that's possible as well. I don't know. Tenses get confusing. Like, is it past tense, present tense as well? A lot of people do past tense. A lot of people, I mean, there's strong opinions on present tense. I like it sometimes, but some people just can't get with it. So is it going to be like, I walked into the room and saw? Like, are they telling you something that happened to them at first? Or are they telling you something right now? Like, I look around and I see her right there. Like that? Or is it third person? Like, he looked into the room. He saw this. He did that. Samar's tired. Why? It's 3 a.m. and she's awake. Why? She's missing med and can't sleep. And she didn't refill meds. Why? She miscounted and forgot to call. Yes, that is the Y3. Correct. Havenside says past tense for third person generally. First person is more flexible for present or past, but I usually read it in present tense, I think. Interesting. Tenuk says, oh, take care. Yes, take care, Samar. Yes, so, I've seen present tense third person, though. That's still possible, even though it's a little bit, I mean, if you pay attention, though, present tense third person is basically like a movie. That's what's happening with movies. You're watching other people from the perspective of the third person who is yourself looking at them, and you are seeing it happen in real time. That can happen in writing as well, but it may be a little bit weirder than first person present tense. But I've still seen that. In fact, I've written a bit of it. I write in all genres and all kinds of styles just to test to see what I can do and what works and what I like. It is not something I do all the time, but I have done third person present tense, which is a bit weird, but it can work. Samar says, but can use to dig into why and why bad guy is a guy. Yes. Or why is cashier a cashier. Interesting. Sadrium says, my writing style I like to call a huge mess. Goodness. Haven Side says, I naturally gravitated to third person because I read a lot of third person books growing up. Yes, that's true. I mean, what we read shapes us as well, but a lot of times I like to diversify what I read and diversify how I write. So I know that the classic of everything is third person past tense. That's like the most popular anything. Third person past tense. It's somebody else looking out. Somebody else looking in and telling what happened in the past. But that just because that's the most popular thing doesn't mean that's the thing that you have to do. You can find what works for you. Artist says that the kid has a bad case of hero worship. I want them to build a family dynamic over time. Okay. Is the hero worship of the old guy? Samara says good for fleshing out characters. You don't want to go deep in mind, but needs motivations. Yeah, interesting. Fun fact, I like naturally go deep into all the characters' minds, even like extras, as they call extras. Like everybody has such a deep, and that's not good also, because sometimes that can distract you. If depending on how you are, that can distract you if you don't want to do all that. But my brain naturally does that. My brain basically creates a world and I discover about the world. So I see a guy walking down the street and then I'm like, who is that? And then my brain tells me all these things about him. And I'm like, he's not even a guy.
Obligatory associate.
Thank you so much, Tanook, for following the channel. Haven Side says, I never imagined writing as a kid, I think, so I just read whatever I enjoyed, but I think that works for me because my goal is to write something I can enjoy rather than focusing on sales or anything. That is a good thing as well. Write what you want to write, and the people who want to read it will read it. I'm not a writer who tries to okay, what does everybody want? I want to write so that I can make money, because that's kind of not going to work. Satrium says, first person writing does feel a bit weird to me when I read it, so I default to third person. Yeah, some people don't like it because, as Satrium was saying, some people don't like the third person because they are like, that's not me. I wouldn't do that. Why is it saying, then I did this? That's not me. So some people would rather read about somebody else doing something than to read about the first person saying that that's what they did. Me, I don't care about reading the first person because I like to look into people's brains and see what they're thinking. Like, that's something that I like, but not everybody likes that. Samar says, for minor characters, but good for a terror character when you want to think too hard about their thought. Yes. Tinook says, I have ADHD. I love writing and I love God too. This looks like a good place for me. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Tinook. Love you so much. Satrium says, the best advice for creative pursuits I ever got was simple. Create what you would want to exist. Exactly. That is literally what I do. Because I'm like, these are the things that I would like to see in the world. And some of the things I see, yes, they're similar. But some of the things, I don't see anything like that. So I'm like, you know what? It's time for me to make it. Haven says, I swear 90% of the writers I've met have ADHD. Flatcap has followed me. Hello. If you are here, Flatcap Dapper Pastor, thank you so much for following the channel.
Loquacious. It's quite a nice word, isn't it? Loquacious. Huh. Wish I could use it more.
So sorry for that. I wanted to pause because Josiah Source has redeemed stuff and you can't hear what I'm saying. But Flatcap is here. I thought I had already followed. Oh, you're here. Oh, thank you so much, Flatcap Dapper Pastor, for following the channel, and I appreciate you stopping by. How are you? Everybody, if you don't know Flatcap Dapper Pastor, he is a streamer as well. Please do go follow him. I'm gonna shout him. Yes, he's a cool Christian streamer. He doesn't do much writing on stream, I don't think, but he has nice conversations and he has nice Bible studies and stuff like that. So please do follow Flatcap Dapper Pastor. You are working on song bracket battle. Okay, Joe Source is calling me. Hello, Joe. Yes, I did see you redeemed Grayscale. I will do it in a moment. Thank you. I appreciate your patience. Also, I think that's all you've redeemed. Besides someone. Okay. Alright, I got it. Alright, bye. Alright, sorry about that. I will catch up on the chat in a moment. I do need to, grayscale myself so that Joe can, There we go. It is the grayscale time. I am now at a black and white place. All right, here we go. Yes. Havenstein said, swear 90% of the writers I've met have ADHD, myself included. Yeah. Artist says, yeah, it's a case of the older man being a folk hero Robin Hood type. And when they meet and he saves him, the young man is starstruck, and over time, they build a strong family relationship. Nice. Zamar says, same rule as potluck. Bring what you want to eat. Exactly. Danuk says, I agree completely, Satrian. Bring it out into the world. Follow and trust your curiosity to create. Havenside says, I used to run from it, but now I run towards it and embrace it. All right. Yes, and thank you for tipping your hat, Flatcap. I appreciate it. Someone reminded me, says Samar. You know someone will remind you. Alrighty. What's next? Oh, no, Joe is in the ads. Is Joe back? No? Yes, Joe's back. Alright, great. Murky and Lurky have struck again. It's okay. Please do lurk. Havenstein says, I grew up knowing I had it, runs in the family, but never looked into it until I hit teens and had a real breakdown knowing I was different and struggling to make friends. So I started researching it and still struggle making friends, but I do have a lot more self-esteem and confidence on my own, understanding myself. Yes, I'm glad. Sending love and hugs to everyone. Yes, Flatcap says, love the teapot. Yes, sorry, unfortunately I cannot show it very well because of the black and white, but as you can see, it's a quite quaint little teapot. I can show it on this screen. This, you see the keyboard screen. You can still see it with color. And I love this little teapot I have. We are in the Mad Hatter's garden, so we have tea and stuff. Nobody has redeemed tea right now, but yes, we usually drink tea. Tanuk says, glad to hear it. Diagnosed at 20. Made a lot of things make sense. Tried running from it. Didn't work. Research I've done on it has helped me a great deal. Helped me feel seen and heard, as has writing. Yes. Much love to you guys. By the way, since I mentioned tea, there goes Samar. Making me drink tea. Nice. So, I don't know if Samar's too sleepy to choose. But what kind of tea do you want me to drink, Samar? Sorry. There we go. Yes, Flatcap has a spot of tea. Flatcap has a spot of tea in his stream as well, which is fun. Uh-oh, there we go. I love spot of tea. All right, let's go. Oh wow, you're watching a writer stream, interviewing a writer. Nice. Good morning, Miss Wordy. Good morning, Miss Mom Boss Lady. How are you? Thank you so much for joining the stream. Josiah's source says diagnosed with what? Oh yes, they're talking about ADHD, which is wait, I'm so sorry. Attention. No, I'm thinking about ADD, attention deficit disorder, but it's similar. Yes. That is what ADD is. ADHD, I'm so sorry, for some reason my mind is blanking right now. But I know what it is as well. It's similar to ADD, but it's not quite. It is part of ADHD now. Okay, hyper. Yes, I knew it had hyper in there somewhere. Okay. Alrighty. Yes, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Okay, got it. They don't use ADD as a term anymore. Okay, so I knew it was the same thing, but I knew there was something different. Okay. Well, we will go ahead and do another sprint, because that sprint was a bust. We did nothing. Let me go ahead and do the sprint wheel again and see if we can get some words down. But it's fine if we don't, because it's good to talk as well. I appreciate the talks. Sprintometer, here we go. $29. Alrighty. Similar sprint to what we just did. Just 1 extra minute tacked on. So what I'm gonna do is put a link to our Discord. If you would like to join the Discord, cool. If not, it's okay. But we are going to sprint in the Discord for 29 minutes. If you would like to sprint along with us, but you want to stay right here in the Twitch chat, you can, because I'm going to put the clock right on screen. And when it starts, it will start here too. Alrighty. If you hear any loud noise, it's this kettle over here. Thank you so much to, I don't know who donated on Ko-fi, but somebody did. I appreciate that. I don't know if you're watching the stream, but if you are, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate you. Much love. If you were not watching the stream, it's okay. Sometimes I will get this, especially if it's somebody who's purchasing something from my Ko-fi shop. They will go and purchase it, but when they do it, they will, Yep, they did a restore of their Kickstarter pledge. I see. Yep. Exactly. When it's a sell from the shop, it will still show on the stream like a donation. The sprint begins. Sorry, I did not press play. It did say shop. Correct. Great. Yes. So when that happens, a lot of times they're not actually watching the stream, unfortunately. So they don't see the clip of me saying thank you. But it coincidentally happens while I'm streaming, which is still fun. But if you would like that to happen, and if you are here and you do that, then you can actually be, you can actually get a donation wheel spin. Well, so basically, Samar has to go. All right, have a blessed one, Samar. Thank you so much. Please do get as much rest as you can. If you do not, if you're not able to get any sleep, please do go and get your meds in when the pharmacy's open. Hopefully, that should help. God bless and much love. I appreciate you so much. Yes. So, I did have a Kickstarter up, the New Agent Manual, and what happened was, it did not fully fund. So what I did was, I made it where people can restore their pledge if they like to, and that is what just happened. So somebody who had pledged is restoring their pledge in my Ko-fi shop. So, yeah. But I thank you for that as well. That's good. And I just doubt if they're watching the stream, but I thank them for supporting. I appreciate it. Big City Parkour Dinosaur. You're in the Discord server now, Tanook? Nice, thank you. Alright. Mom Boss Lady will be heading out shortly. Alright, have a blessed one. God bless and much success. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way, Mom Boss Lady. Thank you so much for stopping by and joining the stream. I appreciate you. And welcome to the server. Haven and Tanook have joined. I appreciate you all. 26 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. As for the people who have wanted me to drink some tea, I shall drink some tea. In a moment. Okay, the kettle is cooling down. And I think it's been over 5 minutes, so I'm getting back out of grayscale mode. Well, thank you again, Josisaurus, for redeeming grayscale, which made me go black and white for 5 minutes, which has been over 5 minutes now, but there's the color. Is that enough color? I think that's enough color. Alrighty. Yes, I do know why you will be joining Ukulele stream, I'm sure. Alrighty. And the tea kettle is done boiling. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna, since Samara has left and cannot tell me what tea to drink, you guys can choose, okay? We have Cranberry Harvest, which I'm gonna have to get some new spring teas soon. These are from Harvest and Christmas. We have Cranberry Harvest. We have Hot Cinnamon. We have Salted Caramel. We have Josisaur says green tea. We have Ginger Snappish. I don't think I have just straight green tea. That's what I need to do. I need to get some fruity teas for spring. Like some nice spring teas. And then I need to get some summer tea. Hot cinnamon sounds good. Hot cinnamon or caramel sounds good, says Mom Boss Lady. Okay. So that's technically 2 votes for cinnamon. This is a gingerbread spice, which is herbal tea. Yes, you said it at the same time. Alright, and this one is peppermint bark and it has chocolate in it. I'm not doing that one because I'm allergic to chocolate. I do have it sometimes, but, you know, not right now. Like I said, my hands were so dry earlier. We have Cranberry Vanilla Wonderland as well. I don't have green tea. Josisaurus is outraged, as you cannot tell. If you cannot tell, he's outraged. We have Sugar cookie sleigh ride. There's so many teas, I'm making a wall. We also have nutcracker sweet, and we have pumpkin spice, and yeah, candy cane lane. There we go. Now, all that. What did you guys say? Mom Boss Lady says, did you say chocolate? Yes, I did. It is called peppermint bark, and it has chocolate in it. Peppermint bark, minty chocolate tea, and this herbal. Basically, it has peppermint, chicory, rose hips, natural chocolate flavors with other natural flavors, and licorice root. Unfortunately, I'm not drinking that one because I'm allergic to chocolate. Alright, so now we have peppermint cinnamon. We have lots of votes for peppermint and cinnamon. So, I guess cinnamon wins. So you just want the regular, what is it? Hot cinnamon, was it? I don't even see it. I have fenced myself in. Nope, that's not it. I think this is it. Hot cinnamon, bold spice with a sweet heat. This is what I think has won. Allergic to chocolate is sad. Yeah, well, I drink a little bit of it, I admit. I drank one mug of it during the holidays. People wanted me to drink on stream until I reminded them I'm allergic to chocolate, and they said, don't drink it. And then once the stream went off, a couple of days later maybe, or one day, I drank it, and it was okay. But I was feeling a little weird also, so I don't know if that impacted it. But it tasted good. I'm just a weird person where I don't... Like, peppermint tea isn't my favorite anyway. But I feel like I would have enjoyed the peppermint chocolate tea more if I wasn't feeling weird at the time that I drank it. But... Anyways. Alright. Sometimes I drink unsweetened peppermint tea. Interesting. Peppermint tea just isn't my favorite for some reason. Gel is a nickname for my daughter. Is her name Angel? Angela or something? Hot cinnamon. Alright, so what we're gonna do, because this is gonna be really spicy because what I'm doing is I'm putting it into just directly into the teacup here. Angelica! Nice. Peppermint tea really helps me with cramps, and my friend uses it for headaches. Nice. Well, I've heard ginger tea is good with cramps, and I drink ginger tea when I need something to help with cramps. Alright, so this is my red kettle. Right? It's nice, cute, retro, chic, but I will pour it into this slowly so that I can have, this is basically my serving. Flatcap is lurking. Thanks so much, Flatcap Dapper Pastor, for lurking. I appreciate you. God bless and much success if you're streaming today. Much success with your stream. Sending prayers, love, and hugs your way, and I appreciate you for following the channel and lurking about. Okay. Oh. Trying to pour it slowly because I don't want it to break. Even though it's quite a cute little there we go. Even though it's quite a cute little teapot, it is cheap, admittedly. I bought it from Amazon. I'm a bit nervous about it, but it has held up so far all throughout the month of March since we've been doing these streams. So, Mom Boss Lady says I haven't had to worry about the cramp part of 16 years. Thank goodness. Yes. Well. Alright, so we have the hot cinnamon tea. We're gonna pour a little bit of honey bear into it. I love the honey bear. Now, honey bears are kind of expensive, so what I do is I get the honey bear and then I get a honey to refill the bear without buying another honey bear, because honey bears are so expensive just because they're shaped like a honey bear. And to be honest, you don't even get as much honey, not tea. You don't get as much honey because how the bear is shaped, and it has way less in it. It's 12 ounces of that. Then we have this, which is the same brand of honey, which is 24 ounces. And it's probably the same price or a little less, honestly, than the bear. So, Mom Boss Lady is out. Have a blessed one. Thank you so much, Mom Boss Lady. I appreciate you stopping by, sending prayers, love, and hugs your way. Thank you so much. And please do enjoy Miss Maria's stream. It is time for tea. There we go. Ah. Okay. Citrium says there is a local beekeeper in my area, which is pretty amazing. That's nice. Tanuk says I'm still here. I love it here already. Thank you for streaming and sharing your light. You shine bright. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you so much. And I'm glad that you're enjoying this stream. I try to have a nice, cozy place where we talk a bit, we chat a bit, we work a bit, and we have tea. So I am it's very heartwarming to know that people do enjoy the streams, and I'm glad that you feel at home here. Hopefully you can also feel at home in the server. I think you said you joined, I believe. So yes, we have lots of activities and stuff like that. I appreciate everyone who joins, and I hope that I can continue to make a good environment for everyone. Okay, we've got our tea here, and I'm gonna try to do this carefully so it doesn't spill on my keyboard. There's the tea. And it's quite nice. Fun fact, for those of you, some of you know, I accidentally spilled some hot water on my keyboard and the light stopped working. And you might say, oh, at least she got it to work again. No, I didn't. I had to buy another keyboard. So I'm trying not to spill hot water on my keyboard again. That was horrible. These keyboards are not cheap. And they do all kind of cool stuff. You can make the light move around. You can change all the lights. I like it. Random, but if you could cast an actor to play Secret Agent, someone who would you pick? Oh my goodness. People ask me this, and I'm like, I don't know, because I know how he looks, and like you can get an actor to look like that, but there's no actor currently that I know of who already looks like him, exactly like him. What I do is I describe him, and then especially Joe Siasaurus will do that. I don't know if Joe is still here, but Joe Siasaurus will send me so many different actors, like, can he play him? Can he play him? Can he play him? I'm like, if I had to, like, if they were literally saying, I'm volunteering to be the actor, I would say, okay, I'll make it work, because this is free actors. But I wouldn't intentionally go and pay that person, especially if they're a very famous person. And yeah, it's just,
of course I do.
If they're a very famous person and you know, I'm gonna have to pay them millions of dollars just to do something that I don't think that they actually you know, qualify for, you know, that's gonna be a little bit hard on the budget, and you know, but Artist says, for my characters, I have Sean Connery and Jaden Smith. Oh, nice. I can imagine that. That's cool. I don't know if Connery would do it for Jackson, though. So the older guy is French and the young guy is just a teen. Nice. Is he American, I assume, with Jaden Smith? Haven Side says, I'm here just lurking. It's okay. Lurking is welcome too. And if you have to leave, no problem. Some people have to leave, it's fine. Usually my 5 a.m. streams honestly don't get too much activity usually. This is a lot of chatting and a lot of visits actually this morning. My 5 a.m. streams, sometimes like if I stay on for longer, I will get more people later on, but a lot of times early in the morning when I first start, I don't have that many people, so it's fine if you're lurking. That's totally good. A lot of times I'm just literally tapping on my own, doing sprints, and nobody's there to talk. Chinook says, yep, I definitely have a great feeling about it. Been kind of looking for a more loving, creative community, so thankful for God answering my prayers. Oh, much love to you, God bless. I appreciate that. Cheers to you guys for being a part of this awesome community that would not be possible if not for you all. Havenstein says it's midnight here, but my sleep schedule is a bit stuffed at the moment, so I'll be up for an hour or 3 yet. It's a midnight. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to figure out what time zone you're in. So I know that oh my goodness, wait a second. I don't know what time zone that is. You're gonna have to tell me, if you don't mind. If you don't want to share, feel free not to share. But I know that, usually, I mean, I know people all over the world, but my certain contacts, I mean, well, 11:40 is fine too, but I don't know who's at 11:40. Oh, New Zealand? Interesting. Because I have, well, yeah. So that's why the first thing I could think of is like Australia, but I know that Australia, I mean, at least Sydney right now is almost 10 p.m. So you're a little after them, I guess, which makes sense. You're not New Zealand. I was like, where would they be? I see. I get it. But yes, do get some sleep if you need to. Please do. Yep, Australia is a couple of hours behind you. Yep, exactly. That's what I said. I literally, on my phone, have Australia pinned. I have Detroit, I have London, and I have Australia clocks pinned because those are some of my constant contacts that live in those time zones. So, yeah. I knew it wasn't Australia. I'm like, okay. Sometime a little bit after Australia. Let's see. I should have guessed New Zealand. Yep, Australia is 2 or 3 hours behind depending on which part you live in. Exactly. That's another thing. Saydream says, I have a few contacts in US and Australia, but their sleep schedule is so messed up it doesn't really matter what time it is. Exactly. The same with me. I'm in servers, like, majority Australian, like, servers and stuff. And, just all around the world servers. And people are like, wait, Wordy, you're in Detroit? Isn't it, like, 2 a.m. for you? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, I thought you were in Europe. I thought you were in Australia. I thought you were, I don't know where I thought you were because you're always like active all the time. So, do you get sleep? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. But I need to do better. Like I said earlier, I'm being a hypocrite when I tell other people to get rest because I really need to get rest. Oh yes, pinky's out, pinky's out. Thank you again for picking cinnamon. It's pretty good, especially with that honey. It's really good. But yes, for all those of you who are still sprinting, we do have 8 minutes and 48 seconds still left on the clock. Speaking of the riding and everything, we are supposed to be doing spring camp soon. which is amazing. Now, I know some people are really getting frustrated with the NaNoWriMo organization. And so, do know that we're still doing spring camp, even if you're not participating in official NaNoWriMo camp. We are still doing spring camp, and you can still do word tracking and stuff. I'm just trying my best to get a good alternative going for my community. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have it as fleshed out as I want it, but I'm going to try and see what I can do. All right. Speaking of the writing, alrighty. $6:28 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do any kind of substantial sprinting, but if not, it's fine. Sorry for this microphone. Okay. Hopefully that's better. I stop hitting the microphone. Alright, what should I do now? I need to go in here. You guys need some keyboard ASMR. I don't see this person. Oh. $4:14 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Alrighty, time's up. How did you guys do with that sprint? I didn't really fully sprint. I did take care of some things. Yay! The spring butterflies have arrived. Alright, let's do about a 5-minute rest. And then we can do another sprint. Feel free to keep talking if you'd like. Or just chill out. That's fine. I need to... take care of some things. Close these tabs. Ah, that's what I was working on. I totally forgot what I was working on. Alright, so I'm gonna keep this for next sprint. I totally forgot where I was working because so much stuff came up. Okay. We have 3, 2, 1 on the waiting clock. Feel free to stretch, take a break, go get something, or just chill out. I'm enjoying a spot of tea. I was working on my outline and the things I need to do. I'm gonna pour some more tea. A bit more honey. Just a bit. As Satrium was saying earlier, there's a beekeeper near you. Well, I've heard it's good to get natural honey from the bees in your town or in your geographical location, because since those bees are pollinating the flowers that are, you know, where you live, then that can actually help you with allergies and stuff like that as well. I have allergies. Thankfully, they're not coming up right now, but if you're eating honey that has pollen and stuff from the flowers in your area, that might help you to be able to, I guess, regulate that. So that's just something I heard, and I believe it does work. I am actually getting ready for April. Hopefully I can have the April schedule up soon. Time's up for the rest timer. Alright, let's see how long the sprint will be. Minutes. Okay. And for camp, I really want to have a better sprint setup here, where we have a better clock and everything. I've been looking into stuff. Hopefully we can get that done. If you would like to join the Discord, do feel free to click that link and you can join the sprint there in the bot channel. But if you would not like to, it's fine. Feel free to just sprint from where you are. And if you're not sprinting, that's fine too. I'm going to join with the... How many words was it? 95, I believe? 92. Okay. Because that's what I was working on before I got distracted. And once the sprint starts, we will start the sprint on this clock here, as we've been doing. Delicious tea. I personally am working on some... I was working on some top secret things. Some things that are supposed to be coming up this year. And I'm also working on some perks for my supporters. My paid supporters. The sprint begins! Alrighty. Alrighty. It's time to start writing. $23.19 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I just wanted to wait for that to happen. 13:53 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Okay, at least I got something done. If you all are still working on projects, you have 8 minutes and 36 seconds left on the sprinting clock. Excuse me. Too much tea. Sorry about that. It's not too much tea, it just went wrong. Time for more. But I'll take a break from it a bit. I'm going to go posting. Alright, I'm quite proud of this one. 5 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Okay, and I have to post this. 3 minutes on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Okay. 1 minute and 19 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Alrighty, time is up for the sprint. Let's see how many words I managed. $322 words. That was pretty good. Means I did 230 new words. Quite a good thing. Also, I got done with the thing I was working on, which is better than word count. I actually completed something, which is good. Okay. How did you all do? I don't know who was sprinting, if you were sprinting. Alright, I believe that I've posted everywhere now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've posted everywhere. Yay. Alrighty. Havenstein says, I have been relatively unproductive today, sadly, but I've had a group call with almost all my friends, which never happened, so that was nice. Awesome! That sounds beautiful. I hope you guys had a good time. And that's totally fine to not do a sprint right now. Especially, didn't you say it was like 12 a.m. for you? It's probably like 1 a.m. now. Don't worry about it. Um, 12:30, yeah, exactly. It's time to rest a bit. Do some stretches. And if you need to go to sleep, please do. Right. 3:33 on the waiting clock. We are just trying to pause between sprints to take a rest, whatever you like to do. Alright, I've found the documents that I need. A lot of these are not documents I need. I had a lot of documents open because a lot of times I just use them for notes and I don't really stay consistent, especially if I'm on streams and stuff. I'm just like, start writing. And I just write in a random document that may not have anything to do with the project. And then I said, okay, where are these things? So I just opened all the things that were called untitled, and I'm basically titling them, and then I'm looking through them to see if they have assorted notes, and this one has a lot of the notes of the project that I was trying to work on. This one as well. I might just merge these two. I'm just gonna star them both for the time being so I can know that's what I'm working on. And then I feel like there was another one, but I don't see it. What is this? I thought I saved that. There we go. Liquid VHS says, you're either INTJ or INTP. I forget. I should do one of those tests again, but I think that what happened was, I usually don't keep track of that kind of stuff at all, but there's something that I'm on. There's a site that I'm on that let me see if it still has it. There's a site that I'm on that had to that I had to take one of those, so it shows on my profile. But what happened was, I know that I took it again and I was something else, so I don't know. It claims that I am ENFJ, which is not I anything, so I don't know. I have to take the test again. But it claims that I am ENFJ, which like I said, I don't really keep track of all these things. Just like people are like, what kind of zodiac? I'm like, I don't know. I don't keep track of all that. People tell me what my zodiac is, and I'm like, oh, okay. But I think they changed that one time or something. I have no idea. But that's one of the things I'm just like, I just know I'm me. I'm me. I don't know about all that. But I could take the test again and see. I think that I was at first, at least, in this ENFJ, but then I took it again. Dismiss. Okay, we have come to the end of our waitings time period, so we can go back into another sprint. And we can do that in a moment. I just needed to stretch a bit and relax. But yes, anyways, hello, and welcome to the stream, Liquid VHS, which I always comment on your name. It's a very interesting name. I wonder, where did that come from? Where did Liquid VHS come from? I wonder. Tinook says that group call sounds amazing. Havenstein, and yeah, I am INFJ for the record. Interesting. Okay, so we have some secret things that we've been working on. In addition to this, I know what else I need to work on, and I need to add that to my to-do list thing. Alright, so before I start working on the to-do list, let's see how many minutes we will sprint for this time. Yes, INFP or ISFP, depending on which taste I take. Yes, it's 2319! And if you are not familiar with what 2319 means, you are missing out. 2319 is one of my favorite fun things. It is basically a meme from Monsters Inc. When the kids, they go in to scare the kids. And the monsters are supposed to be so scary, but they're scared of kids. And they're scared of the germs of kids. So they aren't supposed to touch any toys. They aren't supposed to touch anything. They're not supposed to touch the kid. They're just supposed to scare the kid so the kid can scream. Get the scream in the machine and leave. But one day, one of the monsters thought he was having a great day. He scared a lot of kids. He was so happy. He walked out, and when he turned around, there was a sock on his back. So then his handler or coach or whatever yelled 2319, and all the hazmat guys came and just basically shaved him, decontaminated him. He had a cone on his head and stuff like that. So that is what 2319 is, for those of you who don't know. But I just love that number because it's funny. So we're gonna sprint for 2319. Once again, if you would like to join the Discord server, you can. Thank you so much to Galaxy716 for lurking. I appreciate you. Handsome co-host has also put in the chat the Discord server link, so if you would like to join the sprint clock, feel free. If not, it's okay, because we will still be sprinting here on Twitch, and you don't have to go anywhere. 23 minutes and 19 seconds. It will begin shortly. Once it starts on the server, I will press go on the clock. And the sprint should start now. 23:19 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I'm gonna go work on, what is this? How many words are in this? A lot of words. 4,180. Alright, I'm probably not gonna do very much there, but I'm gonna join with 4,180 words. All right. I need to... Uh-oh, what happened to it? Oh, there we go. 17 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. $13.25 on the clock for all these sprinters out there. I don't even remember. Ah, that's what it was. I didn't even update that part. Mm-hmm. 9 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I also have to edit this part down here. let's see. 6 minutes and 32 seconds on the clock for all you sprinters out there. I need to go and search something in my emails and paste it here. I think this is it. Okay, I have updated the article nicely, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I did pretty well. Ah, I forgot about those things. Alright, so I have to change. One, two, three.
Right. Oh.
3:03 on the clock for all you sprinters out there. Oh, I didn't update this.
Right.
22 seconds, guys. Time's up. Okay, and I just had to make sure I did that. Little BB code. And I'm done. What is my final word count? 4588. Now, I don't know how it did, because I did delete stuff. Oh, it's still 408 new words. Pretty good. Okay. Nice. All right. It works. I got the article nice, I think. Alrighty. Time to stretch. How did you guys do with that sprint? Oh yeah. Well, I'm probably going to end the stream. I've been streaming for about 3 hours. Thank you to everyone who joined me for this sprinting stream. Good chats, good time, good everything. I appreciate you all. And thank you for the follows. Thank you for the joins of the Discord server. Thank you for the subs. Everything. I appreciate you all. Let's see who we can raid. Alright, so we have a couple of people that we can raid. We have Game of Thrones, which is just the writer lobby right now. They just have the stream going where there's like a clock like how I have, but only it's better and more automated and cooler. Where it does a break and then it does, you know, a sprint and then it does a break. We also have the Tiger Rights who's writing. We have Telenartho who is writing. And then we have Flatcap Dapper Pastor who joined us briefly this morning, who is streaming Just Chatting. So I don't know, who would you guys like to raid? Oh, we also have the Hoot House live stream, who has the owls that we were talking about. Tellen just raided. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I have to reload my page, obviously. But yeah, I was like, Tellen's not usually on this late. Usually Tellen ends at like 8, probably? Or before. But yeah, okay, got it. Thank you for the update. Yeah, so besides Tellen, who do you guys like to raid? Unless you would like to raid Cheshire Pope. I don't know who that is because I'm not subscribed to that person. But if you guys would like to go over there, feel free to tell me because I know I only have 5 viewers right now, so I don't know. I want to go where you guys want to go. But if you don't know, then I will just do a random thing. Tiger Rights. Alright, great. Awesome. 3 people have raided Cheshire. Tiger needs some love. Yep. I raid Tiger quite a bit. But yes, we need to raid Tiger. It looks like Tiger only has 2 viewers at the moment. So we're gonna go over there and raid the Tiger Rights. So, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all God bless and much success with whatever you're working on. Sending first love and hugs your way, always. I appreciate you guys so much. I cannot say that enough. So yeah, I plan on streaming tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see. Hopefully it happens. And then, well, tomorrow is for me Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. For you, it might not be Tuesday anymore. It might be Wednesday. But yes, 12 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, which is Tuesday for me. Then on Wednesday for me at 10 p.m. Eastern time, I plan on streaming again. I try to do different times for different time zones to catch me different people with different schedules and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a lot. I also have to get my April schedule together, and the April schedule will include things for camp. We're doing camp, creative camps. No matter if you're doing nano or not, we are doing spring camp. So thank you guys so much again. I love you guys so much. God bless. And we are raiding the Tiger Rights. Feel free to say word up or say hello, hello, hello in the chat when we raid. So, thank you. We're going to show the credits and have a blessed one. Bye.